Hello Leos, this is Michelle from Divine Intuition and welcome to your monthly love reading. So like always, I'll be using the Witch's Tarot and the Psychic Tarot Oracle cards, but I'll also be using the Sacred Rebel Oracle cards as well, okay? So be mindful that this reading is not gender specific, that it is just relating to our energies, and whichever energy you resonate the most will be the message for you, all right? All right, my lovely Leo. So let's see what's in store for you. So let's shuffle the cards and set the intention. And let's see what's in store for our divine feminines, okay? All right, we start off with the Seven of Pentacles. Okay, so patience. Patience in her crops. We also have the Eight of Cups and the Nine of Wands. So quite defensive this month, I see, for the divine feminines. All right, divine masculines, we have the Six of Pentacles. We have the Three of Pentacles. And we have the Empress. All right, so he definitely is viewing his feminine in a bright light. All right, and the overall message, the Ten of Cups. What a great way to end the reading. All right, so let's take a look at this reading further. Okay, so we start off with the divine feminines with the Seven of Pentacles. So that is suggesting that she is definitely putting effort in her investments, in her job, in whatever she's building for herself. Looks like she can see that, the plants are slowly growing and slowly bearing fruits. So you can look forward to this, divine feminines, that things are starting to progress for you. Now in regards to the masculines, I feel in the relationship, I think it's starting to progress, but very slowly and steadily. So looks like she'll need some patience this month. She'll be needing to kind of step back and just allow things to slowly mature and develop in regards to her business, in regards to her endeavors, in regards to her projects, and in regards to her relationship with the divine masculines. Okay, now with the divine masculines, we have the Six of Pentacles, and this is suggesting that he's willing to give to her. He's willing to share of himself to her. He is quite translucent this month, quite transparent in showing himself and who he is, just so that she can get to know him better, right? So he's definitely giving of himself a lot and perhaps giving some advice. It looks like perhaps he's quite experienced in what he's done before in his life and is willing to give of himself and what he knows to the feminine, right? In regards to perhaps even projects that they can do together or endeavors, okay? Now, if it's not related to that, then in regards to the relationship, I do feel that he is giving himself a lot to her, and maybe perhaps a spirit guide can be guiding him and helping him on how to approach her as well. So it looks like they're both content, and she does see that he is giving to her, is exchanging to her, but she does feel that it'll take time for the relationship to slowly progress, right? She does have to be there waiting as it slowly matures, right? But she's quite content that he's giving, and so is she's also giving as well. So in her heart space, we have the Eight of Cups, and in her heart she does feel that she is outgrowing certain situations around her, perhaps in regards to her family life, her friendships, her circle. She does feel like she wants to move on into higher places, higher grounds, and it's probably outgrowing the cups of her past, her relationships and her encounters. And in regards to her divine masculines, perhaps she is not as patient as she should be, and perhaps this is making her outgrow the situation as well. In her heart space, she does feel that she's been quite patient enough in regards to certain situations, so this is kind of making her want to move on forward into something better, something more exciting for her, that's waiting for her. And she may need some assistance from higher realms. I do see like these lights representing, other entities that are there to guide her in the right path, right? But But yeah, it's quite emotional. There's a lot of emotional turbulence within her at this time, and maybe she's outgrowing her patience, but she's still trying her best to be patient, I feel. But she does have those moments where in her heart space she does feel a little impatient in regards to the progression of the relationship with her divine masculines. Okay, now with the divine masculines we have the Three of Pentacles, and this is suggesting that he is very busy building his status, very busy in building his craftsmanship. He definitely has a strong skill, and he definitely wants to build on that skill and show it, and maybe negotiate with other people in regards to the skill. I do see a giant pentacle there. It could be something related to business. He could be writing scripts maybe late at night, or maybe doing some programming, or designing a website, or just designing in general, or doing some art, or writing music, whichever it is. Definitely staying late at night, building it, building his crafts and what he's good at. Okay, so definitely this is mostly his concern, and that's his heart space is mostly in what he loves, and that can be his products, and that could be his passions, right? In regards to the feminine, he is learning a bit more on how to deal with her, learning how to handle the opposite energies, the divine feminine and divine masculines. Perhaps they can be quite opposite, and he's starting to learn how to slowly merge in each other's energy, trying to understand, her nature more, and could be putting that effort, So that's why I do feel that he is exchanging a lot towards her. So we also have the Nine of Wands. So she is a little bit defensive right now, a little on guard in regards to the relationship and the progression of the relationship. She is not wanting to be vulnerable again. I guess she was vulnerable before, and right now I think things didn't turn out that well, or perhaps maybe it's a defense mechanism. Maybe things did work out, but there's only a limited time. There's only a limited time where we start to slowly get defensive again and shield our hearts again, and it's to protect ourselves. It's normal. People tend to shield themselves and protect themselves because nobody wants to stay vulnerable for that long. And I guess right now she is in that stage where she wants to avoid being vulnerable again, and she could put on that guard again and defend herself, or shield her heart again, guard her heart again, so that she doesn't get hurt, right? Because there is this level of being impatient with the situation, right? In his heart space, and this is how he views her, that he does view her as the Empress, though. The divine masculines are very attracted to his divine feminine. He is very, very attracted to her. He does see her as this beautiful woman. He is still admiring her. Nothing has changed. He still has a very strong fascination towards her, and still sees her as this wonderful mother figure, or woman that or strong feminine energy, right? That he really is wanting to feed on, that he is very, very pulled towards. And I think he has definitely a strong attraction and passionate energy. In the overall message between the both of them, we have the Ten of Cups, and this is definitely suggesting that in general, they both want something with each other. They both want to form this family together. They both want to become in union, basically. This is the card of union, and this is the card of forming a family and connection. Perhaps even having kids together. You see a home here with land, and it's just a card of like embracing this connection. They definitely want to embrace this connection together, and this is what they want in general. This is what they want to aim for, and it looks like they both want this, and it looks like they will have it around the end of the month. There will be this strong bond and connection that they're both going to share together. It's just a matter of just being patient and bringing down those defenses. And yeah, I think the masculines will be putting more of their parts, and the feminines, it's just that they just need to be a little bit more patient, I feel. But I do see union coming. I do see connection and perhaps marriage, or just forming that that family together, right? All right, let's see more into this reading. So the Divine Feminine has crown chakra. Okay, that explains a lot. She's definitely receiving a lot of messages this month, gaining a lot of awareness about the situation too. So yes, the crown chakra is about activating, the chakra that's behind your the top of your head, the skull, and it activates, it brings forth channeling. It brings forth messages from higher realms. So I feel like she will be connecting to higher entities, perhaps in the 5D or 6D, that can be helping her and guiding her where she needs to go towards, right? Perhaps she is outgrowing the situation and perhaps has awoken to something and is reaching a higher state of consciousness, perhaps, that is pushing her to move towards a higher area, higher vibration, somewhere where there's much more elevated energy, elevated vibrational energy. So definitely gaining this sense of high awareness coming from somewhere else, and this is going to guide her in the right direction, seeing that she is getting impatient and she is outgrowing certain situations. So definitely this crown chakra activation will push her forward into something much more elevated and beneficial for her. Okay, and with the Divine Masculines, we have positive movement forward. So he's definitely putting in that work. He's definitely putting in that effort in building in the relationship. So I do feel the Masculines are really putting in the effort, in the relationship. Here you have him working late at night, building his pentacle, building something that can help him out financially, perhaps, or help him out in relation to his Divine Feminine. And with the positive movement forward, it is definitely suggesting that he is putting in that work, and putting the practical effort into accelerating the relationship, basically, and moving on forward. And he's quite optimistic, very positive. I do feel he's very positive this month in regards to the relationship, and there is a positive outcome. So that's why that could be driving him forward, and it could be stopping her just in time, perhaps, from leaving, like in those romantic stories, that she's leaving in the plane and he stops her. So that's kind of like an example. I'm just saying as an example, right? But it's more like an internal thing. It's more like an emotional internal thing that needs to be resolved within her. And I think she will resolve it soon, when this intense crown chakra activation will be activated, and she'll start to see things much more clearly in regards to the relationship. Okay, and they can move on forward in a positive manner. Now let's take a look at the Sacred Rebel cards to see what messages they have to say for us in regards to the relationship. Let's see what Spirit wants to say. Okay, we have free from judgment, free to love. Okay, that's beautiful. You definitely see these beautiful green colors, and I definitely relate that to the heart chakra, like activating the heart chakra. That's something that the Divine Feminines are trying to avoid. Again, she's trying to avoid opening up her heart space, even though she's very she doesn't need to be afraid of being vulnerable. I think she can be free from restricting herself, because the Masculines are quite positive here and putting in the effort into the relationship, I feel, right? And there's such a positive outcome that I feel like she doesn't need to shield herself. And what Spirit is saying is that, yes, you need to free yourself from judgment and be free to love. So do not be afraid of yourself expressing that love, of being true to yourself and your authentic nature. Be free to love and give that love to others. If you really want to express yourself emotionally, don't be afraid to do that. And I know most of the times we prevent ourselves from doing that because we're afraid of being criticized or judged or rejected, right? But Divine Feminines, I think this is a safe space for you to do that. And same goes with the Masculines. I feel they are quick to judge themselves, or quick to fear being judged by others, right? Of how they express their love or how they express their emotions, right? Of being transparent, translucent, and showing who they are, basically being their authentic self. Okay, but know that you guys are in the right space to express yourselves and who you are. You know, you are free to love. And I think that's what Spirit wants to say for the both of you is to not be fearful of showing your authentic nature. Okay, and I think the more you show your authentic nature, the more the love will come back towards you. Real love. The people that are basically a reflection of you, basically are your direct mirrors. You're basically going to call them out towards you. By expressing your light, they will be magnetized towards back to you. So that's why you are in a free space to love and to a free space to be authentic as well. Okay? Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this love reading. If you like this reading, please make sure to subscribe to my channel, like the video, and leave a comment below, okay? And I'll see you guys in my next video. Have a good one. Bye.